So one of the ways she decided to maximize this attention that she has currently from looking like Ariana is by starting an OnlyFans.
For 7 years straight acting like another person, at what point in time can you even say you tried to be yourself and make content creation your job? Celebrity impersonators have gone too far, by Cameron.
There are a lot of things that I am not in life. I may not be the richest man, I may not be the smartest man, and I also may not be the most attractive man, but at least I'm not a celebrity impersonator. Like, every morning I wake up thanking God that I do not have to act like another man or a woman to pay my bills. If I'm keeping it 100, I have more respect for literal criminals than I do for celebrity impersonators. I'm talking bank robbers, carjackers, companies that sell the exact same product each year and completely rob their consumers.
I was about to say that's pretty crazy, but really imagine that your daily life is waking up every day to make yourself either look more like another human being that's successful or already kind of looking like them and just pretending to be them consistently. You don't have your own identity and no one is actually there for you. They're there because you look like another celebrity or another influencer or somebody that's not you.
Respect more than these celebrity impersonators, because as a celebrity impersonator, your job is to quite literally take the look / mannerisms of another person and basically find a way to monetize that. It is the corniest thing ever. Like, now, a lot of these celebrity impersonators do it because it's convenient. I mean, when you look that alike to a celebrity and you could potentially make money from looking identical to that celebrity, a lot of people would be like, why not? You know, easy money right there. But when I tell you, some people just tend to take these celebrity impersonations to a crazy extent, and it pisses me off because most of these celebrity impersonators start to gain attention and then they start tricking themselves into believing that they're really that celebrity that they're impersonating. Like, for instance, Paige Neiman, the Ariana Grande clone. What seems to have started as an innocent joke back in 2017 on Halloween has now turned into her whole personality. For the past 7 years, this woman has been cosplaying as Ariana Grande.
He showed a side-by-side comparison and you could have straight told me that was Ariana Grande when she was just trying to change races, because they look the exact same. I don't really see a difference. And he said for 7 years. 7 years? Hey man, sometimes I be getting into a slump and waking up wishing I could be anybody else but me. But at no point in time have I ever sat there and wondered, man, could I just swap lives or become somebody else but not actually be them for 7 years? Not even a week, barely even a day. The money can't be that good, is all I'm thinking.
Her makeup like her, doing her hair like her, taking pictures like her, and she's now doing red carpet shoots with paparazzi for movie premieres like her. And from doing this, she's amassed 10 million TikTok followers and 800,000 IG followers. And according to Famous Birthdays, this woman is 20 years old. So for almost half her life, she's been cosplaying as Ariana Grande. That is some dedication. I can't even lie. But it's also very weird, because imagine if she just dedicated this time that she took copying Ariana Grande and decide to actually like find herself and discover what she actually likes. Like, it's insane the levels that this woman went to look / act like another person. I promise you, it'd be so much easier for this woman to just be herself. But see, the thing is, there is no money and clout from just being yourself. And that's why this woman decided to be Ariana Grande out of all people. I mean, she's one.
He actually doesn't know that. She could probably be herself and might make some crazy jokes on TikTok. She might be herself and have some of the craziest edits in the world, but she's not even trying. I feel like that's the worst part. If you're just giving up for 7 years straight acting like another person, at what point in time can you even say you tried to be yourself and make content creation your job? Because that's what it seems like she wants to do. If she's on the internet pretending to be another person, just be yourself and let the comments fly by saying that you look like somebody else. You don't actually have to act like them.
The top celebrities right now. If you go into public and just say Ariana Grande, I'm gonna say that 95% of people are gonna know who that is. So it makes sense to why she's doing this, but like I said, it's just very weird. And you know, since she's a celebrity impersonator, she's gotta diversify the income a bit. Online money comes and goes, especially if you're over here acting like another person. So one of the ways she decided to maximize this attention that she has currently from looking like Ariana is by starting an OnlyFans. It's already weird enough that you're out here copying everything Ariana Grande does, and now you're using that leverage that you have from looking like her to sell a
What the fuck? We are out here not only pretending to be another human being, but while imitating their entire likeness, starting up an OF? At what point in time do you not feel like you just being deep fake? If you're Ariana Grande, you open up Twitter and you see somebody leaked her pictures and they look just like you, would you not feel violated? Forget even leaking anything, just finding out that she's actually out there starting one up. You're gonna feel like there's something wrong with her. I mean, I feel like there's something wrong with her. And she's not even trying to be me. I don't think anybody's trying to be me. Beyond morally wrong and beyond just being, I don't even know what else to call this. It's just weird. Just weird.
Content? That's absolutely disgusting. Look, I may not be
Like,
Ariana,
terrible.
but I do look like her. And we both have Yiddies. So you can check them out for like $13 a month. Like, come on, check out the OnlyFans, link in the bio. Like, what? Like, I'm no lawyer or anything, right? But this has to be illegal in some way, shape, or
It
form.
feels
And if
illegal,
not, then
for
it's
sure.
probably because she's using her real name, Paige Neiman, on like most of her socials rather than Ariana Grande's name. But it's still pretty weird. Like, people
Like,
say that
we
I
know
look like
here,
Duke
Justin,
Dennis
no
all
one
the time,
says
right?
that
I always
to
get that when I'm out in public. So imagine
No.
if I started acting like Duke Dennis, started dressing like Duke Dennis, and just started doing everything like Duke Dennis and just copied his entire lifestyle. Y'all would call me crazy and a weirdo. And that's exactly what this woman is doing. Like, that isn't even an impersonation anymore. That is just straight up obsession. This woman is obsessed with Ariana. And I think it's more that she's obsessed with Ariana's lifestyle and the clout that she gets from acting like Ariana than she is from just like looking identical to her, if that makes any sense. What's also funny is Paige Neiman did this Q&A with this website, Famous Birthdays, and one of the questions she was asked was, what's the most challenging aspects of social media? And her answer was the toxicity.
What do you find the most challenging about social media in today's world? Honestly, probably the toxicity.
Look, don't get me wrong, toxicity does suck online. I do contribute to it. I'm not gonna sit here and act like a perfect angel, but of course you're gonna receive toxicity for acting exactly like another person.
I was just about to say, your toxicity is coming from a place of people finding you odd and weird. People that get on the internet and just say their opinions and do normal stuff and act like themselves already receive toxicity. And they understand people can be getting on your head for no real reason. But in your case, there's a reason behind it. You are dressing, acting, and selling explicit photos while trying to pretend to be another human being. Yeah, you're probably gonna get a lot of people that are gonna hate on you, especially if they're Ariana Grande fans, because they are gonna find you weird for trying to use her likeness in very odd ways. Again, selling explicit pictures. It's pretty odd. Not saying that everybody or anybody deserves hate, but we can look at her case and understand where the hate is coming from.
Acting similar to that person, but acting the exact same. It's different if you were always like that, right? And this celebrity just happens to look like you and you guys just happen to have a similar lifestyle. That's completely different. But you weren't always like that. You went out of your way to copy everything from this one celebrity. Maybe the toxicity would be a little less challenging if you were just being yourself. Like, I feel like the hate from others wouldn't matter as much as it does to her if she was just being herself. But she doesn't want to be herself, because if she was just being herself, then that attention and money from acting like Ariana would be gone. I feel like the toxicity could even be the worst part, though. I feel like the worst part would be if you're impersonating a celebrity and that celebrity gets into some sort of beef, and now you're in that beef, not directly, but people see you as in the beef because you're impersonating that celebrity. That was actually the case for our next celebrity impersonator that we're going to be talking about in this video, which is Perkio, a Lil Durk impersonator. Now, for y'all that don't know who Lil Durk is, Lil Durk happens to be a rapper from Chicago, and not just Chicago, the streets of Chicago. That man was in the trenches. Now, through Durk's hard work and musical talent, he ended up making it out of Chicago to a nicer environment, but he's still wrapped up within the streets. Right now, Durk is quite literally in jail for charges of conspiracy to commit murder for hire. Like, he's really about that life. Right off the bat, you can kind of tell that this isn't the best person for you to impersonate online. But back in 2022, Perkio didn't care about any of that, because from his impersonation of Lil Durk, he was able to amass hundreds of thousands of followers and collaborate with many other influencers and content creators. And through this, he actually ended up having a direct relationship with Durk. There were many times where they were on IG Live together, and even Durk allowed Perkio to perform at one of his concerts. But
out of anybody to impersonate, though, would you want to impersonate a rapper who actually be in the streets? I would think, hey, any other normal celebrity, I guess, would be fine. Impersonate somebody like Drewski. He don't be in nothing where you would actually put your life in danger. While Perkio over here, the millisecond that Durk is going through something, I'm not surprised people are pointing at you. You basically his right hand. You literally literally have the same right hand. You have the same face. So yes, people are going to look at you and be like, hey man, you're in it too, because you're a ride or die for him, because you basically are him. Well, at least pretending to be him.
It's not all sunshine and rainbows, because in
It can
that
never
same
be.
year, Perkio was doing a collab with the YouTuber Steve Will Do It, a good friend of 6ix9ine, aka one of Dirk's ops. And this collab was just supposed to be Steve Will Do It, his crew, and Perkio, no one else. But when they meet up for this collab, guess who pops out? 6ix9ine. And since Perkio is an impersonator of Lil Durk, 6ix9ine decides to do the most disrespectful thing to Perkio, which is putting a jacket around him with Lil Durk's deceased friend King Von on the back of it.
It's got bro the jacket. You know what I'm saying? The whole jacket.
Someone that 6ix9ine has openly disrespected a plethora of times. One of the most notable points was actually the day that he died. 6ix9ine posted laughing emojis on a post about King Von's death. So that jacket wasn't a gift or anything. It was more of an attempt of 6ix9ine trying to get at Lil Durk. And Perkio got caught up in the crossfire because he's over here impersonating a rapper who has ops. Now you can say that, oh, Steve Will Do It set him up and all this stuff because it was just supposed to be a collab with both of them, not with 6ix9ine to start all this drama. But this wouldn't have happened if Perkio wasn't cosplaying as Lil Durk. He would have been nowhere near the situation.
I was on that same timing as Cameron. Yes, you can blame 6ix9ine all you want. I mean, at the end of the day, once he showed up, I probably wouldn't let him be near me. Well, let him put a jacket around me, especially if I can't even see the jacket myself. But at the end of the day, you're the one that got put in that situation for trying to act like another man instead of just being yourself, bro. Getting online and making a career on content creation is a dream a lot of people have. And I don't think the way to go around that route is to impersonate somebody, especially impersonating somebody who is actually in the streets with people who are dissing dead people that he actually fucks with. And you're allowing yourself to be around them. Just leave instantly. Once 6ix9ine shows up, hey, we can collab, but he gotta go. And if he's not gonna leave, then I'm just gonna leave, because I'm not about to put myself in jeopardy so I can be around this man that I don't even want to be around.
If he was just being himself. Like, I feel like you shouldn't really be impersonating celebrities in general, because I just think it's kind of lame. But to impersonate a celebrity who's connected to the streets is just so insane to me. And that's another thing for the impersonators out there. I feel like impersonators don't realize that they can't just impersonate someone and like expect those problems not to fall onto them. Even though you're not directly that person and those problems don't really connect to you, those problems are still going to fall onto you because you're acting like that person. At least that's how I see it. And from this incident, you would think that Perkio would stop impersonating Lil Durk, but nah. He's now cosplaying as a King Von and Lil Durk hybrid. This man hit the Gogeta transformation. Now he's looking like King Durk. So I guess he just didn't necessarily learn his lesson. Something that
beyond not learning his lesson, beyond being an idiot, and beyond craving clout and attention, which I don't get it, bro. Trust me, getting clout is cool. Having people that mess with you is cool. But those people are supposed to mess with you as a person, but not as a Lil Durk, King Von, neglected, morphed child. Like, that's not the route you're supposed to go down at all. And people are just gonna point and laugh at you, like he's doing this whole video, like I'm doing right now. And like a lot of you probably will in the comment section.
I also find funny is that when Durk got locked up, a lot of people were telling this man Perkio to take the fall. Like, another celebrity impersonator that I want to talk about in this video is the generational Drake meat writer, Izzy Drake. Now, there are many Drake impersonators out there, but this one might just be the most cringe. If you thought Perkio's story was crazy, just wait until you hear the story about Izzy Drake. This man had Drake's meat lodged down his throat. Pause. Now, he came up around the same time as Perkio back in 2022, and the way that he came up is by looking very identical to Drake. And I say identical in quotes because this man looked more like French Montana. This man had the heart haircut. He was repping OVO. He was also from Toronto, and he was going around basically mooching off the fact that he kind of looks like Drake, and it was low-key working.
The other people I can give you a pass. Hey, they actually look like the celebrity you're trying to impersonate. That looks like Drake if he was trying to be a cop and just ate way too many donuts one day. I don't understand how people could misconstrue that. Maybe if you go to a lot of clubs, people get drunk, people get high, all that stuff. But even then, I think you would have enough common sense to realize that is not Drake at all. So he came up looking like a alternative version, like Drake from another universe, like Drake if he didn't get famous.
I mean, the man was apparently getting paid $5,000 to do shows since people couldn't afford to get the real Drake, according to his No Jumper interview. Yes, you heard that correctly. This man got a No Jumper interview.
Drake.
Like, I got some music events I got to show up to. You know, people DM me like, hey, well, you want to come to my event because I can't pay Drake, he's too expensive. You know, I'll pay you $5,000. I'll pay you, like, you know, like
that much. Just
$5,000 just to show up. You know, they pay my Airbnb, they pay the flight. You know, they hook it all up.
We're gonna take
That's
a quick
sad,
detour from this like whole topic, but I feel like the fall off of No Jumper has been pretty crazy. You're telling me that they went from having like some of the craziest underground artists like X, Juice, Lil Peep, and all these people on their podcast to having the fake Drake. Like that, man, No Jumper, y'all gotta step it up. Y'all gotta have me on there next. But yeah, this man was pretty much just a huge Drake glazer. This guy even started making music, and it was high-key bunions. This man made a song that was a letter to Drake. Like, how much of a glazer do you have to be to
He's calling him a glazer, a meat muncher, a meat devourer. So bad. I'm surprised he was even talking during that interview. You see how his voice sounded? That's because he got too many dicks down his throat. He can't even talk properly. Not being yourself, even in a non-impersonator way, will land you in places like this. They don't even care about you. They don't want your music. They want you there because you look like Drake. And anybody that was paying him $5,000 to show up because they couldn't get Drake, just get nobody. Or get like Lil Xan or something. 6ix9ine, rappers that fell off and that need the cash. Why be in the mirror even?
a letter in a song to Drake, the man that you are impersonating?
It's just a letter for all the things that I meant to tell you. Fixing grammar errors, minus what dip ink on a feather.
That shit is fucking trash, dog. Get the fuck off the airwaves.
He also ended up making a song with Perkio, and it was a spin-off of Drake and Lil Durk's song Laugh Now, Cry Later. And you're never gonna guess what this man Izzy Drake did next. He called out Drake for a boxing match.
Yo, it's your boy Izzy Drake, OVO Tings. You already know we outside. I just signed with Celebrity Boxing. August 27th, I'm calling Drake out for a friendly boxing match. If I win, you gotta sign me to OVO. You gotta give me $1 million. If you win, I'll change my name. It's an OVO thing, you already know.
This man said, sign me to OVO or give me $1 million if I win. And if the real Drake wins, Izzy Drake has to change his name. That is a bigger scam than the Luka trade. And also, what I don't understand is how are you gonna ask the person that you're mooching off of, the person that you're impersonating, to box? If it wasn't for that man, you wouldn't even have a career. You are quite literally making a living off of acting like this man. And the
craziest way of biting the hand that feeds you. I don't understand why Drake would ever even want to box him in the first place, even if he said he was going to give Drake $1 million. You don't have $1 million to give to Drake, and he is not going to take $1 million in order to box you. And the fact that you're only putting up, hey, I'm going to change my name, as if anybody was getting confused between you and the actual Drake, is sad. If they want real Drake, they going to pay real Drake money, and he doesn't need you. Wow. Okay, at this point, it sounds like I'm sucking Drake's meat. I don't like that man that much. But the way that he is slobbing down to the throat to get off this man Drake, I can't even fathom it. I can't fathom it.
Idea that you had was to call him out for a boxing match. I feel like everyone who knows that they're gonna fall off one day, and when I mean fall off quickly, they always root to calling people out for boxing matches, and it's always the people that they know are not gonna box them. Now, you could probably already tell this man's story didn't end like Perkio. This man never really like got to do anything with Drake, but he did get on a phone call with Drake.
Hey, yo, bro.
That was the highlight. I know that was the highlight of his day, his year.
It was hard, bro. Congratulations on the drop. It's the OVO team.
Much love.
Are we still dropping?
Yes, sir.
Bro. It's big OVO things. You already know.
I completely lied to you. That was a fake phone call with Drake. He also made a fake cease and desist from OVO. And he also got kicked out of a club for acting like Drake.
Drake can't be there, so he got to go. Security, get his ass up out of here now.
This man just took L after L after L. Like, this man is just breeding L's over here.
No, but that's beyond an L.
Impersonators will always be a thing.
Being fake?
I feel like it's never going to be something that, like, just leaves society. We worship celebrities so much in our society, so it's just not surprising that people are out here cosplaying as them. I personally wouldn't recommend doing it, though, because you're always going to be connected to that celebrity in some way, and you can never really make a name for yourself. I also think it's just mad corny to, like, build a whole career off of acting like another person. Like, just be yourself, honestly. And also, just because you happen to look like someone, I feel like that doesn't fully give you the right to copy everything they do and monetize that. Like, I feel like that's just weird, especially if you're out here making an OnlyFans with that. That's just absolutely disgusting. But yeah, let me know what y'all think about celebrity impersonators in the comment section below. All that
W video by Cameron, and what he said is true. Just be yourself. It's beyond weird to copy another person, especially when you go the explicit route, along with trying to capitalize off their name by going to shows, concerts, all that to pretend to be them. The fact that you don't want to be yourself, I need to look at you sideways, of course. But that is just how I feel at the end of the day. If you want to tell me how you feel, the best place to do that would be the comment section down below. If you want to support the original creator, you could do so by going to my description and clicking that link so you can watch the video yourself if you want to. But then again, if you want to support me, the best way to do that is to like, subscribe, and also hit that notification bell so you can get notified the millisecond a video goes live. That's enough for me. I'm gonna see you guys next one. Peace out.